NATO defence ministers in Brussels for what was always going to be a difficult meeting on their future plans in Afghanistan, but their agenda further complicated by the fast-moving events of recent days in Ukraine. Adding to the concern among the 28 nations represented here, news that former President Yanukovych is in Russia and reports of Russian military movements near the Ukrainian border.
We expect other nations to respect Ukraine's sovereignty and avoid provocative actions. That's why I'm closely watching Russia's military exercises along the Ukrainian border.
A thinly veiled warning to Russia too in London, where UK Prime Minister David Cameron was attending a joint news conference with German Chancellor Angela Merkel.
We are particularly concerned by the situation in Crimea. Every country should respect the territorial integrity and sovereignty of the Ukraine. Russia has made that commitment, and it's important that Russia keeps its word. The world will be watching.
US Secretary of State John Kerry was also meeting his German counterpart. At the best of times, relations between the West and Russia can be tricky, but Kerry is known to have a good rapport with the Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov. Once again, he's been called on to diffuse tensions. The two men spoke by phone.
With respect to the events and the takeover of the Rada today, yes, of course, we talked about it. And he had said, he indicated to me that he'd actually watched it on TV and he'd seen what had happened, but he disclaimed that they had anything to do with any formal Russian initiative, and on the contrary, they're concerned about it.
Diplomats here and around the world will watch developments in the coming hours extremely closely. Possible comments from former President Yanukovych, if it happens, his first public appearance since he was ousted, and from his Russian hosts, could shape the way things develop at this delicate time for East-West relations. James Bays, Al Jazeera at the United Nations.